Is it started?
Yes, we should be live now. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to a new webinar with Quintica about ServiceNow system. And today we have a new topic about IT business management, and presented by Nitin Sidam City from Quintica. So, and the webinar is scheduled for 45 minutes to 1 hour, and you can have send your questions to the chat area in YouTube so that we raise it to the speaker. And we can take questions at the moment or at the end of the presentation. So Nitin, please start.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Hi, once again, this is Nitin Sidam Chetty. I work as capacity of program manager at Quintica. Just to give a brief about myself, I have over 25 years of experience in IT. I've been working with ServiceNow projects over the last couple of years with Quintica. I've been an integral part of digital transformation projects in the region and have worked in multiple industry domains spanning across enterprise, government, aviation, and retail. Again, not limited to these. These were some of the areas that I worked in. But today, I'd like to talk about ITBM and how this has helped companies transform business strategy to value, and how encourage others to actually onboard IT business management as an application for onboarding their projects. Taking the next slide. So organizations, as we say, are embracing new approaches to work and deliver to respond to changing conditions quickly by increasing their pace of digital transformation. So in fact, in a recent survey, we've known that 70% of executives have stated that they're on this path of an increased digital acceleration. As organizations enable more agility for speed and to support this digital transformation, they certainly need greater transparency and alignment as they adopt new ways of working. Organizations, as we know, are learning how to operate in a way that is potentially better for those doing the work, better for those for whom the work is being done, and as well, better for the organizations themselves. So these operations, as we speak about, also include mixed delivery methods, such as traditional, in most cases, this is called the waterfall in the past. Today, newer methods like Agile and hybrid work management is being used more and more. This new work paradigm enables organizations to thrive in a world of rapid, unpredictable change. In a recent study, we've known that about 60% of managers have stated that they're doing hybrid a lot more than Agile or traditional. And this is true as we keep speaking to more and more of our customers. So a common theme that we have seen as we speak to multiple companies, there has been a misalignment between the business objectives and the team deliverables, as you can see, which results in poor value realized by the business and the technology investments. While the problems can be vast, we find the three areas of difficulties. First, it's actually hard for executives to get a clear visibility into their strategic investments, as initiatives are funded across different models, including multi-year projects, requiring multi-teams of large members, Scrum teams delivering products, and many a times iterative, sometimes daily, weekly, or on a monthly basis, delivering these projects. The second, or the other, the next most important thing is that we see is the projects and product alignment to the business strategy are mostly always planned across different methods, ranging from multi methodologies and lengthy in most of cases, like waterfall plans, and they also refer back to shorter Agile-based planning methods, which are used by a number of teams. And hence this, or even the scaled Agile method framework, wherein these people are delivering a lot of release trains. And lastly, also the teams execute and deliver their projects and products as initiatives. They often lose the understanding of the business outcomes their work has aligned to and originally funded for at the start of the project. Hence, these complexities result in poor return on investments and a diminishing value of delivery from project to product teams. So as we help businesses deliver greater value on their investments by consolidating all of these business and IT investments into one platform and providing program managers the ability to plan across any work method and ensuring teamwork is aligned to business outcomes, maximizing value from teams delivering projects and products. So over the next slides, we will be discussing how ServiceNow has helped support several personas, which includes helping executives exceed outcomes by aligning and tracking investments across their portfolios, ensures a PMO team which can align to their teams with the right goals, centralizing all of their strategy and operational work in one location, giving them the ability to plan in any method and run what-if scenarios for resource and financial management. We also enable these users with enterprise architects using APM, and which is application portfolio management, to align technology investments to strategy. Having said that, we also see how we can help Agile and DevOps teams maximize the value of projects and products as they deliver by aligning their work to business objectives. So on the screen, we see some of the capabilities which help executives exceed their outcomes. With the investment funding and portal, which is part of the ITBM, we help the executives view and link investments to business strategy and visually show the amounts of funds allocated across programs. It also helps executives visualize and communicate the business strategy for all work, whether it's traditional, agile, and hybrid, with an easy-to-use graphical solution that helps them outline the roadmap and planning as part of Alignment Planner workspace. With the strategic spend tracking, as we can see, we can evaluate the strategic value of your project and all the demands that have been raised out of the project portfolio management in the system. Here's an example of one of the customer success. Is a large customer who has a global leader in eye care. The company offers a very broad portfolio of products which enhances sight and improve people's lives. The company has been working very hard to create a strong alignment between business and product strategy, which is basically one portfolio and project management solution across the entire company-wide, which supports agile way of working, a single repository for application information, process automation, intake, evaluation, and prioritization of execution to business, which means move from a project to a product, moving from IT to enterprise, and having one single tool to drive business transformation projects, whether it's regulatory or business, with a scalable framework for onboarding additional business units. They are on a project to product transformation, and they have a vision to move all of their projects to Agile from a tune of 10% to about 60%. One project planning solution, and which supports all their ways of working end-to-end with process automation. this is one tool that offers them a way to capture all their demands. They have been able to capture the demands during automated workflows, and a demand to project occurring in hours instead of days or weeks. They use the workbench for annual planning, which allowed them 40% completion, faster completion in a planning cycle. During the portfolio and program, they've eliminated manually complied portfolio reporting. In the past, most of the reports being manual has now been automated. The PMO, which has literally saved a lot of time of roughly about 8 to 10 hours every month in just consolidating these reports. A centralized risk, assumptions, issues, and dependencies, changes and plans into one system, providing transparency and risk visibility for compliance. Furthermore, they've had Agile and test management, which runs or saves them approximately about 25% of their time saving by turnaround, and by eliminating a lot of paperwork in terms of test management. Because all of this information is centralized, they've been able to visualize a forward roadmap for the next 2 years or more, and onboard all of their applications into a cloud, hence moving into a digital transformation. So where they can quantify their impact on reduction of software contracts and delivery of new services aligned to strategy. The business outcomes, as you can see, enhanced annual planning, and this includes financials as well. So by enabling the business outcomes also were enabling and super user training and soft kickoffs, which integrated IT portfolio, which includes the demand, the workbench, the portfolio, and the investment portals before they have actually extended to other of their business units. All of the products that we use within the ITBM is APM, idea to demand management, investment funding, project resource, time, and agile and safe. So moving on to the next story. So this slide talks about the alignment of PMO. The alignment planner workspace has the new capabilities which connects work to strategy by cascading plans from a top-down to the PMO teams. Flexible planning hierarchies, also hybrid roadmaps, enabling portfolio managers who are using hybrid project management to plan agile and traditional work, mainly waterfall. While the milestones and tracking enable portfolio managers to focus on key deliverables and milestones, the business changes happen. We help the PMO continuously optimize plans and run what-if scenarios with using scenario planning capabilities. The PMO is also able to manage multiple plans, dependencies, and risks across any type of a project or a product planning method, from traditional to Agile methods, including sprint tracking boards, which is commonly used, of course, by many Agile teams. So on this slide, we can see several capabilities that are linked to enterprise architects, which ensure technologies are aligned to application portfolio. The APM builds a comprehensive inventory of the business applications through 4 key areas of concern, which is the business capability, planning, application rationalization, information usage, and the technology risk management. So with the application analysis, you're able to analyze your business applications based on cost, performance, risk, and that allows you to decide whether to sustain, invest, or replace any of these applications. So you're able to view all capabilities of business and understand what business applications and services provide while using these capability mapping. You're also able to view versions of technology components and understand the risk introduced by unsupported or end-of-life technologies with technology risk. Talk about this customer who is providing wastewater and energy management solutions that has rolled out ITBM. Their challenge was actually to support 1,000 applications, global applications and services, but didn't have a visibility into which of these applications were providing business value, nor an understanding of which application we aligned to the strategic initiatives. So hence, the APM solution built the foundation elements and defined goals and analyzes their application portfolio. So their applications landscape is optimized to support their digital transformation efforts. And the major outcomes here, as you can see, they have eliminated or reduction of on-premise applications, duplicate apps, and software contracts. They've tripled the number of transformation initiatives supported in the first few months itself. Application data is available in real time versus staggered approach and available from their old systems in the past. So on the screen, we can see several capabilities that made the team's work easier. It gave the teams visibility into any type of work progress or deliverables, whether it's an agile feature or a story, or a waterfall task or activity. It helped teams to manage all demands and ideas in one location with the backlog, the enterprise backlog. And with integration capabilities, they were able to integrate to tools, DevOps teams, data in processes, and commonly other used services like Azure, DevOps, and Jira, which most enterprise agile planning uses in keeping the teams innovated. So this customer, they're a leading provider of housing and lifestyle solutions. They've helped global clients protect and support their major purchases and consumers for homes, cars, appliances, and phones. Challenges they've had, they wanted to modernize their operating mode, system and architecture, and the funding model to deliver results at a speed of business. They wanted to enable faster time to market, greater value, greater focus on outcomes, align technology delivery close to business, minimize bottlenecks, improvise decision-making, and move to product and team orientation with clear lines of accountability, which ensuring the business has the right tools to support an agile way of working. With ServiceNow, this has been achieved. So the challenge that is in most modern enterprises and work is unstructured and happening within disparate systems of record. These departments have their own data and systems of record that are stored in various legacy technologies. But work happens in silos, lowering productivity and user experience, because individually they do not support how workflows across your system enterprise. And replacing one of the core enterprise systems is a very expensive and lengthy process. However, using the Now platform excels at digitizing work that flows throughout a company or across several functions in a unified experience. And that's why we call the Now platform a platform of platforms for a business solution and all workflows. But the unique differentiation is providing you with one platform which shares one data model, one architecture, and as many built-in powerful capabilities which you're able to automate and easily build cross-enterprise workflows. Single CMDB, machine learning, AI and predictive analysis, native mobile apps, conversational interfaces, and a set of no-code, low-code development tools for anyone to build their own apps. So ServiceNow connects organizations, creating a seamless enterprise system of action that integrates silos and systems, enables great employee and customer experience, and increases business agility and unlocks activity. On top of this platform, we offer the best-in-class, out-of-the-box workflows for IT, IT employees, and customers and creators that can orchestrate work across enterprise and unique to each of their industries. You have separate workflows for employees, customer workflows, as well as your own that you'd like to create. All of these solutions were developed native to the platform and can be used in a method of no-code, low-code platform. Our partners are also building apps on Now platform, providing an even greater selection of ready-to-use workflows for your business. Lastly, all of the existing omnichannel experiences will have an out-of-the-box integration into ServiceNow, from mobile and web to conventional collaboration and productivity tools such as Slack or Microsoft Teams, which allows you to deliver great experiences to your employees, customers, and partners through the interfaces which they like. So this slide talks about the methods of actually onboarding and the traditional planning methods, which have historically been the norm for enterprise organizations. And however, this is changing into a more agile planning and delivery. So, however, with immense pressures that delivery teams face, that they want to deliver services and products faster, traditional ways of planning and executing work might not be in pace with the delivery requirements of today's digital business. Hence, traditional planning methods often cause a misalignment between what the business was expecting and what it delivers as traditional methods, taking a long time to deliver products and services, which are due to adequate stage gate process and frequently measured time, scope, and budget versus customer value or business outcomes. For an agile transformation, it is normal to start with a small number of Scrum teams and initiate agile adoption, and then eventually scale out to a larger agile practice enterprise-wide. With the shift, you can actually leverage a lot of siloed agile teams using any DevOps platform. So combining the waterfall and agile, so hybrid can be done in many ways, which are indicative of customers' maturity, of course. In hybrid projects, the agile teams at the bottom, with the traditional portfolio planning at the top, combining agile and traditional methods on par with each other with one portfolio. Or we can use traditional and agile approaches concurrently in different business units. The epics and stories, creating backlogs and stories and epics thrive in the changing and uncertain environment with speed. Track milestones, tasks, and work breakdown structures with rigid planning, hard milestones, and a well-defined work breakdown structure for process, certainty, and change control. Projects are time, cost, and scope, as well as task-driven, and hence includes rapid, which takes us into the focus on business outcomes rather than time and scope. Here's an example of how you can take on a hybrid project delivery and the multiple phases. We can accelerate performance and align with hybrid project management approaches for greater speed, visibility, agility using the ServiceNow solution, and all the same in the platform. As you can see, we have just spoken about the multiple phases. It takes us from the funding, intake, plan, execute, and track, where the investment of the strategy is tracked in the investment funding, and takes us all the way to the delivery. Next slide talks about the implementation and the phase summary, how this can be achieved. This is the a famous methodology that we use delivering all our projects. We start with the initiate, the plan, execute, deliver, and close. And this is a hybrid methodology wherein we initiate with the business objectives in the initiate stage. We conduct workshops and gather requirements in the plan phase, run agile scrums during the execute phase, and UAT each of these systems stories as we go. Ensure that it's been delivered and moved to production environment as we have planned the epics, and then certainly an operational handover and close, moving more to a hypercare support, closing the project with lessons learned, and tracking for the next set of project. So as the last slide, I just want to show a very typical sprint. This is a typical sprint cycle of 2 weeks. You can have longer sprints, which can follow a similar process. A product increment, which is the sum of all the product backlog items completed during the sprint, and the value of the increments of all these previous sprints. At the end of the sprint, the new increment will be completed and done and moved into production. So this Scrum framework that we can use here is the release planning, a window of time within which we need to deliver certain functionality. The sprint planning of how and what within a time box of number of weeks that can be delivered. A sprint, which is a daily Scrum call, a stand-up, which generally leads to about 15 minutes in length. What was done yesterday, what you will be doing today, any obstacles and blockers that were faced during the sprint review. It's literally a playback of your developed stories. Getting the product owners involved and demonstrating the deliverables. That would be at the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. Over to you, Rania.
Yes, thank you, Nathan. And I'll check if you have any questions from the audience. Kindly, if you have any questions, please post to the comments area on YouTube so that the speaker can answer to you. So, Nathan, do you think this integration between traditional and agile methods, this model, is it specific to ServiceNow, or is it something standard you have adopted from some standard model?
So ServiceNow offers this as a capability, and it ensures that people are able to deliver an integration to their own favorite sections or say favorite tools. So of course, since this is a platform, it allows the teams to work using the single platform, and that's why it is preferred.
Yeah, I mean the mix between traditional methods in product development or in project management, the traditional waterfall method and the agile and Scrum method. You presented now an integration between these two methods, mix between the two methods. So I'm asking whether this is specific to the ServiceNow system, or this new model of mixed model is something standard that you adopted from a standard model.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. Now, these are methodologies that are popularly used. That's ServiceNow just imbibes these methodologies to help better present it to your projects. So ServiceNow offers all possible options, whether it's waterfall, agile, hybrid, and safe within ITBM.
Okay, good. Fine. And also related to the integration or the interfacing with in the omni-channel, the ServiceNow omni-channel, which integrates with all systems in all sectors. You provide API for all these systems, or you integrate with them. I mean, do you provide sorry, I mean, do you provide a generic API for these systems to connect to the ServiceNow omni-channel, or or you connect to these APIs directly?
That's correct. So most of the APIs, most favorite ones are already available out of the box. And as we go with versions and more capabilities and more APIs are being exposed to these platforms that we speak.
So this is readily available when customer installs ServiceNow, or you customize based on customer requirements, based on the systems you want to integrate with.
Absolutely. So these are available as spokes as for integration, and they can be consumed for use. Certainly, it requires a bit of configuration at the time of implementation.
Okay, but still customizable, yes. Okay. So I think we don't have any more questions from the audience now, but this is recorded, and the recording will be available on our YouTube channel, and I think also on Quintica channel. So if you have any questions, you can post to the video directly, and we will pass your question to the speaker and respond to you. So thank you, Nathan. Thank you everybody today, and see you in future webinars.
Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone's time. Thank you.
Thank you.